guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to Casual Friday. And I keep saying and intending to come up with a tagline, and I still have nothing. My name is Gormizer, and joining me, we've got the gang. We've got Laramie, we got J-Mac back there, and Katie.
Hello.
This is Katie week.
This is Katie week.
I think the tweet that comes out says it's been Katie-ified.
Yep.
So are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Good.
Be
made a Jeopardy
I did.
trivia.
About me.
thing.
Excited about that one.
Yeah, I am too.
Are you
But I'm also really worried that if I lose, because
You should be a top scorer on that.
I should inherently.
I mean,
win.
there are some questions that you may not know the answer to or not know off the top of your head because a lot of it is SMITE based.
See, this is what we like to call a little tease, because now you want to watch to see what happens.
Ah, true.
That's how we hook you. There's also This Week in Smite later, and Katie's going to play games, and we're going to make fun of her.
Yeah, you're gonna watch me miss all my autos.
Backseat gaming, but that's not now. Instead, right now, as you can see on the TV,
Wet it.
is
Wet
This
it.
Week in R. I almost tried to hit the Widowy Gwitty voice of it. It's Widowy This Week in R Smite. Obviously, we're going to be
Widowy?
starting with SMITEPro, which is kind of our new beginning
Widowy.
of the show, and then we'll jump over into the Reddit and see kind of what's going on. And
It's crazy.
Here's
Bringing Katie on, I'm still going to be the worst player at this.
and here's a cool little thing. Here's an early spoiler. We're gonna be having a little bit of Smite 2 spoilers possibly on this R Smite. So if you're just now tuning in, tune in and stay tuned in for the next 10 minutes, and you'll get to see some cool stuff. But yeah, we're gonna start on SMITEPro. Again, just give the shout out to the creator of this site, Andres Borbus. Make sure to go support them and show them some love because they've been putting together SMITEPro. I haven't been as good about keeping up on it this week. I've been pretty busy the last few days, so I haven't really had a chance to pop over. So
It's been a
Big
crazy
shot,
last,
J-Mac.
few
Busy.
days.
No,
I feel J-Mac here. It's
No.
been crazy.
Big shot, Laramie's busy.
I was
That's
given
not a bad thing.
I was given tasks that I had to
played
work
Smite for
on.
12 hours.
Listen. That was not work Smite either. That was for fun Smite.
Yeah, you already did the work Smite for 8 hours that day. That was
Sure did.
that was
Full
to get
24
to hour
hours.
20.
Sure did.
24
Yeah,
hours
no.
of SMITE.
Isaiah went out on vacation this past week, and so at the end of the day, Friday last week, he put a thing in our little channel and whatnot. He said, "Hey, here's things to work on next week." And I looked at the very last task of mine, and I sat there. I went, "Oh, that's going to be an all-day affair for that one." And it was my entire day yesterday just working on that one project. But it's done, hopefully, and he'll be happy with it. Hopefully. Shout out to Isaiah.
There were a lot of hopefuls.
I've never seen Isaiah
confident.
be
You did
mad
it.
about
You nailed it.
anything in his whole life.
Yeah, I've learned that
good at your job.
I have learned that if
Reinforce.
Isaiah is upset about something or someone, then
world's
you've
about to end.
really messed up because that is one of the
Ragnarok
nicest
is
and
coming.
most happy-go-lucky people I've ever met. But we'll jump over into SMITEPro. So we're starting out with classic, which is you guess a god and see what you
Mercury.
get right, and you want to do it. You know what? Oh, it
Oh.
just did it from last week's. Hold on.
Oh
Did
no.
someone already play? Oh, wait, no, that's literally the last one that we did.
Yeah, hold on.
heard us before, right?
Yeah.
No, tell me it updated.
No, did we not get an update?
Is Smiteable dead?
Oh no.
Did we not get a douche SMITEPro?
Click on ability, see if it's full.
It is not. Okay,
Okay,
so just
okay,
the god
someone
one was broke.
Play. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Close it and open it again.
All right, well, spoilers.
Spoiler.
Don't look.
SMITEPro.
I don't know what happened.
Let's do that. Classic. No,
Curse
no, that did not work. Okay. And we can't type. Okay, you know what? We won't have to do God. We'll just do ability.
I know what this is.
That's
I know
the
what
one that
this
I'm good
is.
at.
Oh wait, could I guess?
Go for it.
I don't know the name of it though.
You don't need to know the name.
You just need to know the
Yeah,
god.
you
It's
need to-
Ymir 2? Is that what it is?
Oh, Ymir too.
Ymir.
Now, what is the actual name of this ability? Because I always just call it
Glacial
carpet.
Strike.
Glacial
Glacial
strike.
strike.
Because I literally just say it's the ice carpet.
I always call it the ice carpet as well, but it's
Wait, it's
not
not
that
Ymir?
at all.
Oh my god.
Oh,
no,
is it
no,
Tsukuyomi?
No.
Is this
I know what this
Kuzenbo?
is.
Traps? No.
No, it's not. It's
Oh,
just.
guys, I know what this is, and you should know why I know what this is.
Oh, it's one of Laramie's.
Oh, is this?
Oh.
Is this Marty?
Is it Marty?
I'm pretty sure this is Marty.
Is it Marty? Type Marty.
Marty. Bye bye.
Hey!
How
right,
was
so-
I so wrong about
No, there's two things I want to ask.
Yeah.
One, did we reuse Ymir asset and just color it green?
Sure
for
did.
that? Yeah. Okay.
did.
So that was a completely separate image. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And two, did you ever think that you'd have to see those icons in black and white?
No, No, I actually never did. Usually I do review art in black and white, like some of the card arts in black and white, to make sure like the contrast is working well and like the darkest parts and the lightest parts of the image are like pretty in sync with each other. But no, not the ability icons. Those are a little bit more like cartoony, you know what I mean? Just to give it a little bit more pop. So I usually don't review those in black and white. So I'm sorry, my son. That's okay. I'm going to refrain from making any further comment.
She has failed you, Marty. All right, so we jump into skin. All right, let's have a little fun with skin. Let's start with just Gore trying to guess the skin. So you two,
This always goes so well every time.
we'll have you two like
I'm so good at
cover and
knowing
close your
things.
eyes. Then we'll have Katie go after if Gore doesn't get it.
Yeah,
And then
so
if
Katie,
the two of
prepare,
them don't
because
get it,
I
then we'll
will
jump
not.
over to Lurmy because Lurmy knows like every skin in the game.
Sure do.
All right, where'd you gonna jump in?
Got fingers crossed. This is going to be one that I have written a voice back for.
I think it's a little broken this week.
Oh no.
Y'all can open because there's nothing there.
Oh wow.
All right.
What a great skin
This
that
is
is.
hold on. This is the best way to play this because it says no image. This is very obviously Aphrodite, J-Mac. Go ahead.
Aphrodite. You know what? Slam lock. It is not
Guys,
Aphrodite.
it's Loki.
This is obviously. Oh, that's so much smarter. Oh wow. Hey, look now. Skin images.
Oh man, it is not
Great.
Loki either. Okay. Kumba.
I will go through every god until we get this right. I am.
It is not a Kumba skin. All right, who else is an invisible god? Yo, I'm gonna go the Morrigan.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say Izanami.
Oh, we can do
Marty.
Isa.
Marty is.
It's Marty.
Oh my God,
it's Isa! Let's go!
I got it.
Nailed
Huzzah.
it. What if that was intentional for them to do an invisible? I don't think it actually was.
No, there's
But it would be so funny if that was intentional and it was just guess a stealth god. That would be so sick.
That's so funny.
Yo, Andres, if you did that intentionally, props to you.
It's a stealth god.
And now we go to the item.
I know what this is.
That's the
Is that
oh.
the Magi shelter.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
Magi Shelter. Yes. I couldn't remember the name. I was like, I just call it Bubble, but
Shelter.
for more people than one.
is the blue one.
It's the
Yeah,
This is
the
the one that I
blue one.
buy.
Dabba-dee dabba-die.
I buy revenge. I want to go fast and hit people harder. I want to go crazy.
I don't play tanks, so I was like,
I felt that.
I don't know what that is.
All right, well, shout out Andrew Sporbus. Very fun time this week. We got to have some fun guessing some stealth gods, whether intentional or not, to be determined. But that's all that we have for Schmididol this week.
Idol.
And
Yay,
it was
good
Kernanos for
Idol,
the
everyone.
classic.
Yeah, apparently it was just Kernanos today. Maybe that's because the last time that we did it, there was a Kernanos, and it just randomized back to
that's
Kernanos.
our same exact guesses, though, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what? We're gonna pretend that we guessed that in 3. We're so
got a
good.
bug.
We're so good this week.
Go us.
Mira.
Nailed it in 3. Good tries. But that's it for Schmididol. Now we can jump over to our Smite, and we're going to talk about the top posts on this week in our Smite. So if you haven't gone over to reddit.com/r/smite, make sure you do so if you want to get featured in the show. All you got to do is put some posts out there and get a lot of upvotes, and you might be featured in next week. So we're going to be starting with a big one.
Draw
Now,
body horror like that one guy.
now, you got a sneak preview of it a moment ago, and it's the largest topic on here. We won't spend too much time because it's going to kind of be a little bit of rehashing information from the Insight show, the Dev Insight that happened on the 7th of this month, which is crazy to think that was already almost like 10 days ago.
Yeah.
It was like a week and a half ago. We talked about how card arts are going to be coming back for Smite 2. And for those card arts, instead of drawing completely new card arts for every single god out there, a lot of the card arts are going to be somewhat reused and repainted from Smite 1 to kind of fit more towards the Smite 2
Reworked,
style.
you could say.
And maybe here's an extra little bit of a spoiler. You haven't really seen this character yet when it comes to Alpha. So
Yeah,
hey,
I
maybe
don't know. Like that one might be someone new to the roster.
I can't quite put my finger on who this character might be, but
really.
just to throw a little bit of out there. Just
I don't know
for-
what you're talking. I see an image on the left and that I recognize from Smite. But
Yeah, I
then the right is
recognize
just
that
white.
one. The other one, that looks pretty new and shiny and fancy.
Yeah, so you can see a little bit of a sneak peek of some of it. There are some others here on the Reddit. I've hidden those ones because we just wanted to kind of show the biggest one, which is some of the most upvotes I've seen on the R Smite in a long
That's a
time, especially for such a short time frame. This was only posted a few days ago, and it's already sitting at
Yeah.
7:30. Can still go up there. But yeah, some of the new card arts that are coming into Smite 2 being kind of repurposed, repainted over to kind of give it that new kind of new age look, especially for some of the older arts that maybe didn't look as good as they could be. Still look great. Way better than anything I will ever put out in my entire
some
life.
of them are 10 years old, you know?
So there are some arts
That's
that are like original to a god that may have been released in like season 3 or season 4, where the art style since then has so much more heavily evolved since then. So make sure you're leaving feedback, giving kind of all that kind of stuff. Feedback is the biggest thing for these, because this was something that kind of jumped in more recently when this decision was made. So there's still going to be a lot of work in there. And even when it comes to like the closed alpha 1, not every single god will have their card art ready because of how new this was kind of brought in for the team to kind of take back on.
They're working hard though.
They're going crazy.
This is like a good reason, like, if you like were already in and say like really, really attentive and available, flash tests are real cool things.
And
I'll say.
that's a perfect pivot that I was going to say, where if you want to see this ahead of time and maybe get a chance to play this ahead of time before the actual closed alpha starts on August 27th, go over to our Discord, discord.gg/smite game, and you could jump in. There's literally a flash test happening right now. I left my chair.
Really? Right now?
I left my chair, and there's a flash test happening now. So
I can't remember if it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I was too slow. Like, Trelly loaded in because we were trying to do something on dev, but we were running into an issue with it. And so we were like, well,
you probably ran into.
I think it was the one where we literally couldn't get into a game together because
PC only
it was
gamers,
just
yes.
down. And so we were like, well, there's a flash test going on. We'll just go in there and film it because like it's gonna be the same stuff outside, like because we're not doing anything like on the cutting edge of new.
Yeah.
It's like we've got people that are like coming out in 2 weeks that we're trying to get some video for. So like, let's go do that. And he got in, but they are like limited to a certain amount of people. I was not in that certain amount of people. So I went on to our actual like separate
internal
PTS,
We have
and he was not there.
PTSs.
And then he couldn't get on there because he was being doofus, and so then we long story short, we didn't film anything that day, but get in when you can is the real point and moral of the story.
Yeah, we've actually hosted a flash test almost every day this week. Like, it's the most flash tests we've held. Normally we do one like maybe on a Tuesday, and then like like Thursday or Friday sometimes. We'll do like usually like 1 or 2 a week.
Yeah,
We've been slamming a lot because we're getting
so
prepped. Because we're getting
we
prepped
5-man
24/7.
stacked. We got into the player booth during one of them. We all joined a party, and I think we only queued arena, but we weren't nice.
And I guess
you guys know we do playtests every day, right?
And I guess the preface for our YouTube viewers and watchers out there who are watching this, like when it's posted on the YouTube channel, it's not happening during this time where you're hearing it. It's during the live broadcast, which would be Friday at 1:12 p.m.
If you're not watching us live, what are you doing?
Yeah, obviously you are trolling.
Hi, YouTube.
Yeah, there's a PC only flash test happening right now.
I don't watch live in the comment
or not
below,
in the
so Larry knows.
So we'll move
Also,
on to
PC
our.
only. Apple mentioned that.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to emphasize. PC only.
Yep, we did have one for all platforms yesterday, and we had one for PS5 and PC the day before. It's easier to push for PC than it is for the consoles because you have to go through certification, all that kind of stuff. So it's easy to get the PC ones out there. But yeah, go ahead and check out the flash test.
Woohoo!
Now, next highest post at over 650 upvotes.
Yeah, it's a Kumba and a Scylla. Huh?
A 2v5 conquest win.
Now pause.
All right.
It's already paused. But,
Pause.
So Kumba and Scylla, 3 DC. 2 of them are 20. So like they were here for a little while. Other dude's 14. But they still are almost up 20 kills. But only like
The
200
Kuma's
gold.
21 and 5.
By the way, this Kumba sold his starter item for a
Laramie,
prig
how are you
win.
feeling about the buff? So
Yeah, he's good or something.
Yeah.
He's the most popular god in the game.
So
And
if
if you
he's
would have
got-
said to me Kumba is the most popular god in the game, I'd say in what universe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
something's gone catastrophically wrong.
Let's
We've
also look at
branched.
the enemy team here.
We're
is
no
they-
longer in the mainstream.
The enemy team does not have a traditional support for any of their picks. They have
Is it Chang'e? Who
maybe
is it?
you can maybe do Chang'e, maybe
What?
you do a little Osiris support or something like that.
Surely it's not Osiris support.
I mean, you could throw Zhonghui or Chang'e into the solo lane pretty easily. I don't know how I'd feel about either of them support. Maybe Zhong support, get a little slow, little stun action. But yeah, we'll jump in and to see this 2v5 win here.
Oh, okay. So we are
It's around
defending the fire giant.
Oh wait, hold on, let me get.
It's
On
50
my
minutes,
way.
by the way. 50 minutes.
Oof.
Yeah, we are.
That's a long game.
51 into this game.
Well, this Kumba's about to one-tap somebody.
He's
got
he's
blink?
about to blink epic uppercut someone to steal fire, ain't he?
Well,
like-
he can't steal with that.
Oh, he's
uppercut.
looking at
Oh,
me.
steal. Oh, boom. And the root.
Oh
my God.
Oh my god, this Scylla doesn't even need the Kumba. I'll hit her with it. Oh,
Nice.
okay. That's a 70+ second respawn for all of them. It's only Osiris.
Is that stealth? Hello?
Only
ripping
Osiris left off
through.
the head? Good lord. Oh, that minion just sat there and said, "This is happening." I forget about the cleaves that he has now.
He sure does have cleaves.
So crazy.
Oh, my brother is lagging.
Oh, I see why there may have been a couple of DCs potentially. If it's happening with everybody. Scylla's just soloing left Phoenix. Honestly, good support
crazy,
on
go
good
crazy.
support on that.
Boom.
Little belly bump. Ooh, so that's some good damage.
All you need
Does
is a
have-
crush and a root, Scylla. You kill that.
Curse Weaver,
Osiris.
Glad.
Why are we killing the Phoenix and not just going for the end here?
Yeah, when you already have it
What's
exposed.
I mean, they
going
still
on?
have 30 seconds to deal with. Oh, okay, that's why. My God, what was
Goodbye.
his build?
Shoutouts to the Kumba for being the spectator for this Scylla just going crazy.
Good Lord.
Tank it. What are you
Does
doing?
Scylla have 30 kills or something? Is she the only
Yeah,
person
is
that
she
has
the other 25 or 35 kills?
That's why everyone actually left because they were just like, "Why just Kumba and Scylla keep getting all my kills?"
And they've done it.
That's insane.
Holy
Dang.
moly. Congrats on the two. I want to know how long that 2v5 lasted. Maybe they have some more insight in
When
the
did it
comments
start?
about it.
How long did they?
I would never show my face if I fumbled a game of Conquest this hard.
Honestly, yeah.
Losing
Yeah.
5v4 kind of humiliating, but 5v2 is another level. Oh man.
A conquest. Bro.
Enemy teams got to be screaming.
Man.
If any deserve to win, deserve to laugh spam. This is the one.
Y'all cooked hard.
Good lord. I don't
On
see
this day, may the Smite gods bless F7 warriors.
Yo, can you put that on your resume? Enemy must have been fuming. Best win ever, epic.
Wait, you
Honestly,
could definitely corporate speak that up and put it on a resume.
I'd quit.
Hey, guys,
I'd
so-
quit the game forever after losing 2v5. Man, that would be a mental crusher for me. We're dominating a game.
You wouldn't
I can't even
see me
say.
for a patch.
Honestly, I can't even say we're dominating a game because like they're down 52-36. Like they're not even like going crazy. Gold is dead even at 50. Man, honestly, props to y'all on that. Scylla starting off that ultimate, just let that thing rip, get an instant kill, and then just let the trickle down effect happen.
I respect this so much. If someone leaves my game, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. We can just go next. I'd rather play a fair game than play it out. But, hey, Willikers. Boom.
Like that Scylla had it set up all her own. I don't even think that she needed the mez from the Kumba to secure that kill. She had it dialed in, lined up already. Props to y'all.
Impressive.
Talking about Thanatos Scythe now from Smite 1 to Smite 2.
I like the vertebrae. I think it's
Yeah.
really neato.
I like the little skull.
I was gonna
on the
say, I like
side.
the-
and,
yeah,
and
it's
actually
just-
I like this little piece. This little piece on the upper end here.
Yeah, it's like crystal.
It's like an extra little blade.
That's
you
so
miss with
when
the
he
initial,
throws
you
it,
just
no
swing
matter
it
what
back.
part, there's a sharp blade. So even if he hits you when you're right next to him or real far away,
Yeah,
there's
I
gotta
was,
be
I
something
was
that
thinking
goes.
like when he throws the death strike that like spins around, right? So
Yeah.
he's hitting you like if it gets to you when it hits in the back end, like that probably hurts, but like not as much as like
like, if
getting
the side just-
splashed.
Just imagine getting hit just like the handle, just like the hilt of the
Gotta
whole
hit
thing.
with the
just-
broom.
and that's what the vertebrae are for. Now there's blades everywhere.
I was
you're gonna
thinking
feel it.
like the pointy bit at the top is like so you can like little pokes.
Oh yeah, just
That's for for an April Fool's. We need to make it. This would never happen because it'd be an entire animation change. But instead of like him throwing the scythe, he just winds up and tosses it like a javelin, like he's on there.
that would
I mean,
be
you
funny.
can just remove the spin on it. Like it is an effect. You can just turn off the spin.
There you go.
Yeah, we have an idea for an
The
April
more you
Fools.
know.
Just turn off the spin on
Everything,
everything.
every ability is now just a throw. It's all just on her to animation.
Later down the road, still introduced. I'm a monster. She just throws
On
throws
her
a
just
dog.
starts throwing just various projectiles from other gods. He just starts.
That would be
Thanatos
funny.
eyes.
That would be funny.
Especially if
Now
you
we need to
randomize
pitch
it
that.
and even like separate. Like he just threw a little tiny Jormungandr.
Well, that would be cute.
You guys remember the Opwash bug, right? Or not Opwash? It was Apollo, where everything was Apollo.
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
Opwash would throw little Apollos,
Yeah.
and all the basic attacks were little Apollos.
That's so good.
It was a very funny bug that I was not around for, but I just saw videos of it. Good times.
Nice.
Good
good
bugs.
stuff.
Good Smite 1 bugs.
We got another Smite versus Smite 2.
All right.
Ooh.
More ability icon comparisons. So we get Odin, Soul, Thanatos, and Hades. I had to think for a sec where this one was landing down. Oh, and it even shows the extended ones for when you use them
Yeah.
during your ultimate.
The green
Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that.
It's made
That's
them
the best
really.
part about Hades.
It's made them so
I-
crazy.
I have
good.
not played Hades yet. I kind of hop on the playtest and I play Neath.
You play Neath? I would have never guessed.
Nope.
Man, I really,
These look
I
really
like that
We get a close up.
every single
Yeah.
one, like they all look and do what you would expect, right? Like they like if I look at Thanatos and I'm like, yeah, those are Thanatoses, and if I just cover up the bottom, like it just feels right. If that
Yeah.
makes sense, it just is.
Yeah, we got the new Scythe in his art too.
Mm-hmm.
New Scythe.
Oh yeah, this one right here. I like the soul.
I like that the skull for his. ult
I
is
never
maybe a
realized
little
that this
louder.
was what his passive icon looked like in Smite 1.
Yeah, it's his Pauldron.
Oh.
I like,
shoulder.
His
I'll be-
little
look,
shoulder.
it looks cool, but I'll be honest, I really like the glow
It
up
is
for
very,
Smite 2.
very interesting
It's
how
very-
the Smite 1-2 is his face, but no hood. Why is he bald?
Oh yeah. It's just his mask. That's what the mask.
What's
is
under
for.
the mask?
His skull. He screams so loud.
Is the skull what's under his mask?
I guess so.
I don't
mean,
know.
He is
What
death,
is under the
right? No, I guess
Thanatos
he just
mask?
kind of ferries people.
Well, he's just the hand of death.
Yeah.
Well, he
he's the one
doesn't
who.
bury people. Let's be clear.
Yeah, that's Kara.
He like gets them to the guy to get them to the guy. you
It's
know?
like a 3-part thing where
he's,
it's like
he's a weird
Well,
middleman.
it's him or it's Hermes. Either way,
Yeah.
it's both. But
Those
they
dudes.
go and deliver him to
Those
Charon, then Charon
Look
brings
at-
him to
think
Hades.
about this.
Hades says
See,
goodbye.
There's some redundancy, but the gods, they're creating jobs, okay?
I do like the new Pillar of Agony ultimate. That's really nice.
listen, if you're a bad person, you might see Thanatos. That's all I'm saying.
I was gonna say I really like how the stylized version of Souls Disapparate
Oh, yeah, that's
versus
really
like
nice.
actually what looks
Very
like her.
literal soul.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
it
actually-
seems very like mythology like in general.
It kind of looks more like
It's like our
lore lady.
Yeah, I'd say it looks like our lore lady videos or our like our yearly lore update kind of video style. It's
Also,
really nice.
shout outs to Supernova for
Oh, yeah,
looking
boom,
like
boom,
Supernova. Like boom, boom, boom. Okay, cool.
even the passive icon's really nice too.
It's very similar
Nice.
to Passive Meter. I think they redid that for.
The fire
Gotcha.
looks real good too.
Sure looks like fire.
It's
Not-
very like it's weird because it manages to be stylized and fiery at the same time. You know what I mean? Which is like very opposing styles in my mind. It's like a little like I
Yeah,
don't want to use the
stylizing
term
fire
cartoony,
is
but like
hard
I'll say cartoony, but like
because cartoony fire is like almost I would describe it like the Smite 1 art is very cartoony because you have those like little wiggly lines.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean, that feels very stylized. Whereas this feels like stylized, but also kind of like realistic in a way. You know what I mean?
Even though like the Odin ones, aside from the passive, haven't really changed all that much, I could definitely feel the weight of the change that has been made to it. It kind of cleans
You
it
know
up,
what?
makes it a little bit sharper.
I've got a bone to pick with that too.
Oh yeah.
He's only got 2 ravens.
I was about to say he's got some extra ravens
no.
there.
Where did those third and fourth ravens come from, huh? Odin?
It's the second Odin that you didn't see coming from behind.
Nah, it's actually their after effects. They're moving so fast to make
Oh,
the
true.
shield.
They're like zipping
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
It's like when
After
like in Dragon Ball Z, how like we can see the fights because the way it's animated, but like in reality, you can't actually see them because they're moving so fast. That's what's happening there.
True.
All right. Well, shout out to our Smite 2 team for updating and making some cool new icons for some of our new gods introduced. Now jump over to one, which is what skins do you hope to see brought
is a
over to
good
Smite
I
2?
can't see this skin without thinking of the time that we wore this outfit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I put on that shark.
What's
mask.
so funny is that was supposed to be me and Trelly,
Yeah.
and then Trelly got sick.
That guy getting sick.
I know that dude
All he
loves
can
that
ever do.
dude just being sick or something. I don't
And
know.
he just happened to do it on a day where he was supposed
And
to
then
be
you
wearing a
showed
shark
up and
mask.
you're like, never in my life did I think that everything would culminate to me wearing a shark mask on a professional
Yeah,
broadcast.
me in 2017 getting a job offer. This is going to be awesome.
Us in 2023, or was it 2022 or 2023? Now I can't. I think it was 2022 because that was the year I took my road trip. I remember. That was when I originally changed my
Yeah, sure.
my Twitter profile. Yeah, we were just sitting on that desk, the both of us wearing little shark masks talking about Smite.
Awesome.
Because we were just doing a whole little thing with it. But yeah,
yes.
I guess the actual topic at hand. What skins would you like to see brought up for Smite 2? If you could
Hebrew.
pick one skin,
Hebrew,
I gotta pick
Hebrew,
one.
Hebrew,
Oh.
one skin from Smite 1 to Smite 2.
Hebrew.
What is the best skin in Smite? What is the
I think I'd like the Snow Day Scylla. I don't know if that's the actual name of it, but
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good
it is
one.
called-
I like that one a lot.
That is a banger. I don't ever use it, but that one's
We got a
good
nut
one.
Necromancy.
God.
Necromancer Allpwash, that's a good one.
We got Pool Party.
I'm thinking way too hard about this. I would like
Hebrew.
some of the esports skins that I wrote the voice packs for just because they're so funny.
The Hera one.
The Hera one's
Hera
really
one would have
funny.
to be
The
a
Elix
top.
one's really
Here's
funny.
what I don't think would ever make it because it was already itself a very limited and exclusive kind of skin was Dr. Vanis.
Dr. Von.
I would love
yeah.
Dr. Vanis Sylvanas in Smite 2.
Oh, also,
Back to the lab.
Ooh, you know what? I would love it if we like, because some of the esports skins, and very specifically, since you said that, there's one that I use that I've used more than the base god, and that's TSM Apollo. And I don't know if I could ever get back used to anything other than that skin and
man.
its autos. So like that's like a core identity to me of what that god is.
Shoots.
There are some gods like
there's no like apparatus, right? Or does he have?
Yeah, it just comes out of his fingers.
That's so funny.
I had that weird thing where like
But they're also like I think they are like black instead of the whatever color.
Oh,
like I can
that's the old
trace them a lot
Apollo
easier.
too, right?
Yeah.
I see.
So
there's some gods where I can like look at and go, hey, this is the one or two skins that I use on this god. And then there are some gods I can't even think of like what skins they have. Like if I play Apollo, I have no idea what skin I still have equipped. It's probably like the secret agent Apollo one because I used that for so long.
Shadow Mancer Apollo. I don't remember what it's called, but
I remember there was the magician one that Beryl always used.
Apollo.
I use the Rockstar one.
Very fair.
Oh no, I know which one. I use the Smite Cart one just because he has the dab, and that's the only reason that I use it.
That is a very iconic.
you're right. We need to bring the Smite cart into Smite.
We need to bring Smite Cart to Smite 2
would be
to
Bring
get
it back.
Smite Cart Apollo
Funny.
in Smite 2.
It would be so funny.
It would be.
So we've been talking about like doing esports and stuff like that. It's actually all just Smite cart.
What if we host a Smite Cart
competitive
esports?
competitive Smite cart?
My card tournament.
Smite Cart tournament?
$2 million prize pool. Smite cart.
All right, well that's
It's gonna be life changing.
You know what? I want to see what the Reddit
All right,
thinks.
we have to
top
bring
comments-
back Kawaii Pop Basta. That's my controversial opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that the cats were Nyan cats.
Our number one
Swagny.
answer is Swagny.
Okay, that does make sense.
That is an iconic skin. Wave Rider, Wheelish, and Guan Unicorn. Okay, Guan Unicorn's good. Void Worm,
I
Kukulkan.
love
Oh,
I
I think
love
that's the
that
one
skin.
I always use.
I use this one because like some of its lines are like indistinguishable audio, and I just love spamming it.
He just like gurgles.
Like it's like VEA is like I'm like I got that.
Yep.
Nuclear Winter Ymir, good one. Loki Charms. That's a
Loki
good.
Charms. You stole on me, Loki Charms.
RuneScape Sins.
RuneScape.
Super Chrono 64.
Yes,
No,
yes,
no,
yes, yes,
leave
yes,
that one
yes,
in the
yes.
past.
Brynhilder Bacchus. That's man. I haven't used Brynhilder
Because
in
here's
a
the
long
thing,
time.
folks. If Chrono 64 comes back, that means Chronos comes back.
Yeah.
And who wants that? I'm joking.
Okay, this one's got a
It's
whole,
me.
a whole
Hello.
thing.
I can't hit
I'm the
Knight
problem
of,
child.
Knight of Mordred Achilles.
That would,
Shadow Spirit Opwash. That's a top one. Darkest Night X Ball. Fiend Hunter Artio.
I love that skin.
And Shaolin Monkey or Howler Demon Hunbots.
Shaolin
gotta
Monkey.
bring back
You know
Hunbat
what? I
back.
gotta say, Shaolin Monkey is a really good one. That's like my default for Hunbats.
Can we do that anymore?
Soul Slayer.
Hey, that's a voice pack I wrote. People like my voice pack.
Chef Vulcan. All right, petition. Chef.
Yep.
I think Chef Vulcan has to come
Well,
back to Smite 2
whenever
to some
Vulcan
degree.
comes.
When Vulcan is eventually introduced into Smite 2, I feel like we're obligated
that's
to
so
bring Chef
spicy.
Vulcan
How-
with.
Hey,
God.
what happens if we never get Vulcan?
I'd be really sad.
cry.
If instead we introduce Hephaestus just so we can rework his entire game? I'm not kidding. It's
To
just
make
like,
him release Vulcan.
because like if you bring in Vulcan, everyone's gonna be like, oh, he's gonna have backfire, he's gonna have a turret, he's gonna have meatball, he's gonna.
What if he
have
just
all.
has
You bring in
4
Hephaestus,
turrets?
it's just a new
all
god.
turrets.
Oops, all turrets.
Oops, all turrets. You thought just the one shot and the thumper was good.
Someone said I
Now-
never noticed the girl, which was the beach Nuwa or the volleyball Nuwa. Said I never noticed the girl in the car. That's how sexy the shark is.
Yes.
I also have never seen the new one, that Carter.
I never pay attention to the Nuwa being
That's
there because there's
literally-
the shark, man.
For a second, I was like, oh, cool, he's got a Smite volleyball. And then I was like, wait a minute. I know why he's got a Smite volleyball.
Wait a dang minute.
Good ones. Just check my stats and I have a 41% win rate. Is this normal or am I cooked?
Washed.
It's probably normal. I
Wash.
should not. I've looked at myself for this, and I'm not going to compare myself to.
Here's higher, lower, probably higher.
You want
Probably
to
a lot
know?
higher. I do.
Let's say over under 55.
Over by
Okay.
a lot.
That's okay.
Your win rate is going to be at like 75.
It is not
76.
75. It's lower than that. I once was a bad player too.
68.
You know. It is 67.
I was pretty close with my
Wow.
That's pretty nice.
guess.
I think I'm sitting like right at like 51 or 52.
Lermy,
around there.
Lermy is a 67. because you're a 41. All right.
Thank you very
If
much.
you see if you see the Lermster in your games, you're cooked.
How many games is this?
Well, he's sitting at about 967
Okay,
hours.
that's actually still
2,900 matches
not
played.
that bad. So yeah, once you get a little bit more time in there, I'm sure you can bring that bad boy up.
Also, I think it depends on like what your
Look at that joust.
I think what your primary role as well plays a factor because like it's hard to carry from
They have more
support role.
images?
I think that's just the only one they have.
How do you see this? I want to look mine up. Like,
It's your Smite Guru.
Yes, my guru.
Smite.guru. It pops up on your front one. I don't think you're cooked. I think that
Washed.
you are still in that learning stage. Your first 1,000 hours of gameplay is where you're still.
I hate to say it, guys. You don't master a game until 10,000 hours, and even then, you can still be bad like me.
I think once you've hit that 1K mark in Smite is where you start to hit the stride. But like I would say that first like 500 to 1,000 is really your learning curve.
I think mine's like slightly under 50%, if I want to say, but I don't really care too
Where
much if
am I
I
going?
lose. Like I'm playing because I want to play.
Very fair.
I don't try hard
Very
anymore.
fair. I respect that a lot, actually.
Which is why I am
get very
still in
sad
gold.
By not winning, but here's the thing: is that I also sweat every single game that I play.
that's me. I found me.
All right.
Oh yeah, give
Oh.
us the gore stats.
Oh,
Break it
man.
down.
Okay,
Hit us the
lifetime.
hit us the WL. Should just be on the
Oh.
main.
Yeah, wait, but do I get I want the cool chart. I don't just want the numbers.
You might have to scroll down. It might just be a formatting thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it goes on mobile. Well, while Gore looks that up, we'll watch a really cool play that
That's positive though, which is that's a
Oh,
huge win
that's
for me.
big.
That's a mental boost.
Another Goomba.
another Goomba. It's like
Woo.
Goomba's popular or something like that.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And
I wrapped them.
53.4.
not
He
bad.
stole with Contagion.
2279
funny.
wins, 1988
He
losses.
stole Pyro with Contagion.
Oh.
Thanks, Anubis. Good rap, Anubis.
Like to be fair, like I think like 3 people see. No, maybe it's just the one Anubis. I've just seen all the ticks from people around Anubis, but that is wild. That might be the most impressive steal. Is a Contagion steal. Like
That's crazy.
we saw Divine Ruin in Pro League. We've seen Odysseus bow steals. We've seen just stray auto abilities, but like Contagion does like 10 damage to Pyro. I think it may have hit Pyro for 26. That is criminal.
And they don't go and pick up the bomb.
You don't even go back for it. That's the ultimate
The
insult.
amount of people that will not pick it up
my God.
bothers me so
It makes
much.
me so sad. It's so good.
Like, please just pick it up. It's okay.
It does a lot of damage to a lot of things.
Sure does.
All right. What happens on the?
Wait, real fast.
Oh yeah, go for it.
We're gonna play a game.
Okay.
First game. What's my KDA?
KDA.
I play support,
Let's. I'm
and I
gonna.
do feed.
I'm gonna round it to the nearest tenth.
Yeah, just do tenths. Even though I got it to the 100.
1.2.
Too low.
Too low. Wow. I was going off support.
3.5.
Way too high.
I was gonna say
I-
2.5.
Nope, 1.7.
Oh,
It's
not bad.
20,874 kills, 25,700 deaths, and then almost 50,000 assists.
Wow.
Sheesh.
I'm a
The only point of reference I had was mine, and I am
Yeah.
a KDA
You're
player.
you're a killer.
I just choose. No, I choose not to die.
Oh. All right, second game.
Lermy is the.
What are my top 5 gods played?
Top 5 gods.
Hebo.
Hebo
Hebo.
is number 1.
Ymir.
Ymir's number 2.
Unfortunately,
This is where it falls off for everybody.
I was gonna
I only
say
have one other diamond in the game.
I was gonna
No, that's not true. I only have 2 other diamonds in the game. One of them's
Bologna.
not on there. It's not Bologna.
I was gonna say Maui, but I don't know if he's been out long enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the
Maui,
rest
but
of these
he's,
I've been
he's
playing
not.
literally since I began.
Okay, so we got Ymir and
Sobek?
Athena's right.
Oh.
Ooh,
Athena's number 3.
Athena.
I'll give you a better hint. The last 2, not Guardians.
Not Guardians.
Not Hunters and either.
Oh, not Hunters or Guardians. I was literally about to say Apollo.
Nope. I do love Apollo though.
Or warriors.
Acme?
You've got the A right, but not the rest of the name.
Oh, we got a single letter.
Muzen.
Remember how there's like 17 gods with the letter A to
Yeah.
start their name? We
not.
from Miramax.
But it's a mage.
It's not Afro, surely.
No, and I like playing. I even played him.
Anubis.
It is Anubis.
Ah, the goob.
The goob.
And the last one's Sun Wukong.
Oh.
I don't think I
Would
would
not
have
have
guessed
guessed
that.
Wukong.
I played a ton of Sun Wukong support
What's
back
funny
when
is
he had
I-
his knock-up on his 2 because I was a menace.
What's funny is I think time-wise, my most played might still be either Bacchus or Opwash, but like Bacchus is not even near like my top 10 worshiper, I don't think, right now. But that's because when I played Bacchus, there was like no worshiper events ever.
Yeah,
Dude, this
or
is cool. I should have been
boosters.
looking
There's no
up more of my
boosters, no
stats
events,
all the
nothing
time.
like that. So like my like 1,000+ worshippers on him was just true nose to the grindstone grind.
Yeah, that's gonna be Smite 2 as well. There's no worshipper boosters in Smite 2.
Well, I mean, if you buy the Ascension Pass, you get a 25% worshiper boost.
Yeah, but
But it's gonna take it's gonna take some time.
it sure is.
Laramie having war flashbacks to the future already of how much time you
I will be spending quite a lot of time playing
All right.
Smite 2. It turns
So
out.
this one says, what happens on the other side of the map while Haddix is killing your solo laner?
Can we get like the what's the music?
Okay, single freeze. Got a steel blue. Steel's blue.
That's purple.
Purple.
Nice wall.
I'm gonna say I'm colorblind and
Nice wall. Nice wall.
Okay.
Here's a Kara. Nice wall.
All right. Oh, sprint response.
Uh-oh.
A little
Turn it
danger.
Not
Turn
helping.
double. Okay, double freeze.
He's now coming. Okay.
Come on her. Help him out. Okay, nice pillar. Nice pillar. Uh-oh. Whoop. Sidestep. Nice.
He doesn't have the rocket jump in this game. He's alive,
Nice.
right? Or
And-
the
I'm going to assume he live.
It looks like he lives.
Considering
Honor should also live.
Well, Honor got one of the three, so
Honor might honestly. Honor might.
Honor
get
probably
triple
get Honor probably yeah. I think
Also,
Honor.
shout outs to the Dignitas UI.
Oh, this is Kaizo actually. Kaizo Esports.
Yippee.
All right, Kaizo. First off, gonna roast you here. Not a capital S. Change it to a capital E, or don't capitalize the S at all. I'm gonna roast you on that one.
I'm also gonna roast you. Those freezes. All right, man.
Are we entering a group pro session here? Because if so,
Well, I was gonna
Where
say
do you have the
something.
clip there?
I was gonna say something about the first one because I think they just hit the buff, but then I was like, I'm gonna bite my tongue. But now I know it's Kaizo, so it's like it's okay. Like I know that dude.
Ace Sony Flyer in chat. Yeah, Sun Wukong 2 used to have a very small knockup on it.
a double
Yeah.
knockup.
That was the days of Sun Wukong's support time, and then they got rid of that. I said, back to the solo lane you go. I loved Wukong. Man, Wukong.
Go watch
support
Launch
was so much
Tournament
fun.
and watch any of the TSM games because Trix Tank did a lot of Wukong.
I loved watching Trix Tank's old gameplay.
One of my favorite Fire Giant steals is Trix Tank on Guan Yu, where I think he ulted in, stunned everybody with the ult, hogged the Fire Giant, and then dashed away before any
my
of them.
God.
I miss Hog.
Hogs.
I miss Hog.
Well, don't you
Dude,
worry,
that-
we got a Sunder coming in.
That's why I loved playing Kumba back in the day, because you would just like walk in, epic uppercut
to
their
sleep.
support who was going to try and hog it, and then you hog and walk out.
Yeah, you're the secure.
I am here to
secure-
secure.
Maybe
Aw.
Kumba would go crazy in Smite 2.
Dude, Kumba would be so much fun.
Quick, learn
All right.
up with this.
Random
As
trio
long as you get his
pixel
skin
art.
this year.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
I
an,
love that so much.
an interesting trio to choose from. I wonder if this is like their three main gods that they play, or if they just pick three gods out of a hat.
I would play a 2D,
But these are nice.
2D Smite MOBA if it was done in pixel art.
There was someone on
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Awesome Knots.
no, there was someone on DeviantArt, I think,
The 2D MOBA.
a while back, who was doing a pixel art of all of the gods in Smite.
Yeah.
I can't remember their name though, but I used to see it on DeviantArt like the very few times that I would like pop. I jump on like once a month and I have like 4 updates from them. Like, hey, here's my next one. Hey, here's this next one. I'm like, these are sick. These are sick.
I do love this. This is adorable.
I
I
love
love
the-
Morgan the face
I-
smile.
Yeah, the little smirk.
I was gonna say I really like the colors.
Yeah, the colors are really nice too. You can really like see the distinction of the color and like the clean hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say like she really pops, and I just like she was like focused right in on.
It's crazy that all of these work at a very similar scale too. Like pixel art is really hard because you lose a lot of detail the smaller
Yeah.
you get, right? So the scale is like really well chosen.
Yeah, these are like the perfect height, because any bigger than this and you have to start adding more detail. Any smaller and you lose some of those details. So I think you found that perfect balance in size for them.
Oh, you know what I would also love to see? It's like 8-bit or 16-bit like versions of these with like
Oh, yeah,
colors
yeah,
from
yeah.
like classic consoles. That would be very pretty.
There's a task for any cool aspiring pixel artists out there, or just really good
Yeah.
pixel artists. You make some
Just
cool
make a
like
quick- just make a
8-bit,
quick little
16-bit.
2D game.
Just make a game.
Just make a quick game with
Just
all
make-
of them.
make a
Just make a
game.
quick. Just animate
Yeah,
all
we
of
know
them.
a thing
Give
or two
them
about
all of
making
their
games
ability.
here.
Here's a really easy trick to getting upvotes and appreciation from us, is to put art on the Reddit. We
Yeah.
love seeing fan
Love
art,
art.
concept
We
art,
love
all
art.
that kind of stuff. If it's art, you
We
get
eat
a
it
thumbs
up.
up. Even if it's the cursed art from our old friend Nick, we will give it an upvote.
Speaking of art,
Some more art comparison. This time for
Yeah.
that's
Fenrir,
so clean, right?
which we all knew Fenrir was already in. But now looking at some of this art, this is really
I like that his hair's fluffier.
He's so fluffy.
Like on the left side, that's
his
like
proportions
Fenrir.
are fixed.
about to say it's like his proportions. Like you can see his chest is like noticeably like more towards his scale.
I never noticed that until now, so thanks. I will never unsee it.
Also, the one thing that immediately caught to me was the chain on the arm. Like in Smite 1, there's no chain on that arm that's in the forefront, but like now the arm has been better proportioned out. You know, it's got the muscle to it, and it's got the chain wrapped around it, which looks really nice.
And his hair, again, it's fluffier. This is how you know. In Smite 1, that's still a dirty dog who needs a bath. In Smite 2, you finally got him bath.
Was he like Bellini and Lala when it came to bath? They just refuse.
Khepri is the same way.
It's even worse. This dude will bite your hand off.
I do not
Tier.
understand how Khepri dislikes baths. Khepri, my dog, by the way, not Khepri the god in Smite. Maybe the Khepri god in Smite doesn't like baths either.
Hates baths.
But,
I mean, bugs
but
don't
my
like
dog
water.
Khepri does not like baths. I don't know why. He does not like when we give him a bath. But when I went to my parents' house, he's jumping in the pool left and right. He's like, "Oh, pool? Heck yeah, jump
Blaney
on
does the
in."
same
It's
thing
just
when
like,
we go to the beach.
what do you mean?
I hate water when it is for clean, but when it's for splash, I like water.
When it's voluntary water, cool. When it's involuntary, no cool. Like that. I guess that's his mindset for that one.
Stop putting the sun in water, Janet.
Oh, we get. Look, I'm just trying to cool the sun down a little bit. Okay, it's a little hot out there.
You're trying to avoid the inevitable heat
Death of the universe. Just put a little. Look, if scientists just thought to throw a little water at the sun, that might help it out a bit.
Look, we're solving problems left and right here today.
Come on, NASA. What are y'all doing? Kumba now does 1,670 plus 195% of their magical damage in ability plus ult rotation.
Meme and I put big number, but no other numbers to compare it to.
That's a big number.
It is a big number.
You did math. I used to do maths like that. I don't like doing maths like that because maths hurt.
But
my
it also
brain.
said in an ability and ult rotation.
Yeah,
and
so
I'm
that's-
assuming you're building damage. Like, I can do big number on Syllabus.
Well, that's just like the base value.
Scroll back up to that Kumba Syllabus.
That's just like their base. So that's one. I wonder if that's including like the higher of the hits for belly bump, like because the minion does more damage than if you hit them directly.
I
If I
would
remember
imagine
right.
so, right?
The Mez now has damage to it, so you include one of those. The 3's gonna have it, and then the ult's full
I
rotation.
will say,
so, I mean,
if you're gonna make an argument like this, I want to see comparisons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what we do
'Cause, like-
typically. Is when we are adding damage to something which is not very frequent, or we're trying to make damage for a new character, we go, okay, what does everyone else do?
Yeah.
you
So
also have to remember, like
it's along the same amount.
with the Kumba, you have to add some kind of extra bit. If it's just by himself, you have to add an in-hand in there for the Mez to actually proc. Otherwise, that Mez
It can
doesn't
be
do
anything.
damage.
It can be anything.
I don't
Well,
like that these Kumba Nanagas
I know it
are
can't be
coming out of the
anything.
woodwork nowadays.
Yeah.
Um,
I do also want to say that doing this much damage over how long? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
how
that's
long
another
does it take
thing.
to do every single part of this? Because that is a trade-off.
2,
You are
4.
channeling a long time as this character.
I'm gonna say at best, because it's 2 seconds for channel on Groggy Strike, it's 2 seconds for the banish on the ultimate, so you're at 4 seconds just there. Then you still have to do the bump, which let's say you get it right on landing, so let's call it 4.5 to 5. Then you have to do the Mez and the auto. That's over 6 seconds, and that's if you're allowed to do that to one individual person.
Yeah, it's not counting if you get CC'd, if they beat, or if they Aegis any of that, if they use any ability to get away from it, if they heal. There's a lot of things. I do think that it is, if this is like an argument that you want to make, which I think is fair, very fair to make this argument, you do have to come with the receipts.
You also got to remember, like, even when you throw in other gods, like as an example, like Ymir's numbers might be a little bit lower than this, but you also got to remember that Ymir gets double auto attack damage, which you're almost always weaving in with your other stuff.
You
too.
could argue like Ganesh or Atlas probably rival this because they just have really long ultimates.
Yeah.
They
do a lot.
Ares probably also rivals this pretty easily,
Yeah, honestly,
considering
Ares
max
might
health
beat
damage.
Because his burn still does percent.
Percent health, yeah.
Right? So, like, that's a lot of damage.
Bosh, we were going for like longest case
chain,
scenario.
chain, flame.
Yeah, I had a rank game the other day where on the enemy team, Ares was literally top damage,
Yeah.
full support, and I was just like,
God, I love
Bro,
Ares.
you want to talk about
I love Ares,
times
baby.
where Ares made me feel bad? Some of these flash tests.
Ares was really, really, really strong in the last alpha weekend.
real good.
This person's talking about VFX for Smite 1 and 2, which, well, we'll take a look at.
Oh my god, you just downloaded a virus.
Yep, sorry. It's all over the work computer. Okay.
A lot of this stuff is still
Oh,
in
it's showing off
progress, too.
the new stuff. Yeah, so there is some work in progress. Not everything is final, especially when like some of these newer skins pop in. Like there's still going to be some extra work with it. I mean, you can already see just like little drops and whatnot. This is a terrifying ground to stop in. I'm just gonna say that now. If I walked up and there was a god walking around with that around him, I'm leaving. I'm not coming to that guy. I'm walking away.
Probably a little too reflective. There's probably something weird going on with the material here. Like I would probably say that this was something that FX did not wrap up in time for whatever test this was.
Yeah, this was. Oh yeah, this was during one of the flash tests. So
Yeah, this
there-
does not look complete to me. So I would say
and this was also a week
understandable
ago.
why you would think that. However, that's probably just not complete yet.
Yeah, it's also 1 week ago flash test as well. So like,
Yes.
there's
that's
been
definitely not complete.
there's been more there's been more time to
Yeah.
continue working on those.
No,
ones,
Shane,
so.
the absolute goat,
love Shane.
Titan Sock, was doing some crazy work on Chalk recently. So I hope that you guys enjoy that when you get a chance to see it.
Dude, Shane's the goat. Anytime I would like walk by his PC, just like stroll by, I'm like, "What you working on, Shane?" Show me. I'm like, "You did all what? You
He's
did that?"
crazy. That guy's goated.
All right, our next one. Oh, we get a concept. Pipa Jing, the demonic jade loot.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wait, but then we just need. All right. So I want like a connection. So you have what Pipa Jing into Jing Wei, and then we need a Wei something, and then we just keep that going.
Okay.
I
the-
swear. Hold on. I'm gonna pause this.
the
It
full
says Jade loot. If the abilities are not bardic in nature, I'm gonna be so upset with this concept.
I do love the design
I
of
love the art.
it. The loot is really nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
I wonder what a jade loot would sound like. Do you think jade is like a good like resonant material for?
Maybe.
You're such a
I don't know how you
nerd.
ever carved.
I'm sorry, but that was so nerdy.
Oh man.
Isn't jade like kind of not brittle, but like isn't it hard to get like super intricate thin details, or is that a different rock that
I'm realizing I don't know a lot about jade as a material.
It can get smooth really
Only as a
nicely,
color.
but I don't know if you
Yeah.
can make it really small. And,
Chat,
and-
Can I just say, I don't know if the person in chat is being serious or not, if it is sarcasm, but them saying, "Can you please fix the Discordia ult bug where she bugs the enemy team's BGS cause to say I'm the greatest?" They're hit by her
Surely you
ult.
don't think that.
If that is a joke, that is a top tier joke. I'm not gonna say. If you're not joking, you were serious about it. It isn't a bug. That
not
is
a
an
bug.
It's a
intended feature.
feature.
But that is
And
honestly that's a
contrary to
real.
what he just said, which is normally said as a joke, it legitimately is an intended feature.
I hate that bug. Game breaking. Honestly, man. All right, so let's take a look at some more of the concept here. Oh, ability stuff. Okay.
Oh.
That's where she changes tunes and found each tune does different things to
Yep, love
different
it.
abilities.
Sold. Let me make it.
Plays hypnotic music and hops 3 times, causing big sound waves. Each hop slows all enemies, and the final slows, knocks back, and echoes. Each echo around enemies deal extra damage. Oh, so you put like a little effect on them.
That post-death passive thing seems a lot like what Naja used to have.
Guy's true self lingers, emits a damage aura in a small radius and fades
Although
away.
Naja's was healing.
Yeah, so it's like anti-Naja, where Naja was helpful to allies, hers is helpful to enemies. Or
Oh,
yeah,
Oh yeah.
you have a TV over here. What
Those
else we got?
specific items that changes their whole kit. I love. Oh my god! And they're all like if they were all music.
Throws herself towards a direction.
That's-
Human body goes limp, root in place at the end
Sold.
of the
Hired.
trip. Or human body teleports. To
I have
the
no
Pipa
power.
Pipa self exploding and dealing damage. Plays a harmony that sends out projections of herself or maidens. Look, you got music. You've sold Gormizer. You're done.
I've got
You
it.
made it.
I do want more music gods.
Two
gods are
music-based tattoos.
Oh.
With at least
Oh,
one
I
more
love
plan.
that.
Pretty.
That is very pretty.
Now, all I need is for
Water.
someone to tell me whether or not Jade could make an actually good instrument. But it does not matter for a god because they can do kind of whatever.
They can do whatever they want.
The only thing I'm thinking is that can you play a lute with those nails?
Aren't you supposed to
With
wear
those
like
nails.
I don't know exactly what it's
It's a
called,
good
but isn't
point.
there
You
an
really
instrument
are-
that you wear like not nails, but they're like finger
I've
straps
seen
that
it for-
have like sharp points on them, and you use them to like pluck?
I've seen
Yeah.
it. There was, I keep when I see like finger
Really,
attack
the
like
problem isn't the,
accessories
this hand,
like that.
The strumming hand, you can have nails because most people sometimes they'll even grow them out to use that. For
Yeah,
like,
this
I,
this hand I feel like
this
it
is
would
the
be
hand that
hard.
makes
To,
I think of like
Up
that
against
one.
the strings.
I think of that one scene from like Ed, Ed and Eddie a long time ago where they're on like the little raft and like Ed Double D pulls out the little instrument and is playing that. That's what I'm thinking of when that. But I know he had essentially just like a makeshift pick for that instead.
Yeah, you can use a pick, but I do think that like using nail covers or like other kind of
Think-
similar things
Look,
is
The
pretty
skin
common.
potential
Considering
for
how
this
long her
god,
actual
they just
nails
give
are-
her so
I
many
respect that
cool-
so much. You don't understand.
Considering how long her actual nails are, I'm not surprised she's wearing nail guards. Like she doesn't want to break those.
Bro, that
would
would
hurt
That would hurt
so
so
bad.
bad.
Telling
Oh
you,
man.
Laramie,
Yeah.
we get this god, okay?
Uh-huh.
Then we get a rocker skin. She gets a cool electric guitar. Pirate skin, she's got a hurdy-gurdy.
You just want that because you have a hurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdies are also highly associated with pirates. Play Sea of Thieves. Come on.
This next one popping up was talking about how they got a Blobmere skin. I believe the answer to this is It was
Unintended.
a bug, unintended. It is being looked into.
Yep.
So yeah, that's about all we gotta say for that one.
Enjoy the skin, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy Blobmere. Play it while you can. Is it finally fair enough to say where I can say that I don't
boy.
like the 9.5 revert? I think we're at a time now where we've gone. What is this? 4 patches?
Like 3.
What's that thing? Like, Stu
like-
likes to tweet this out every now and then, where he just points out, like, you literally can't please everyone with any game design.
Yeah,
decision that you
I
ever
Sure
make.
can. Boy, do I know.
I think a safe answer to say is I think at any point you are allowed to say so. I think it is fair criticism both ways and both sides of the coin, where if you like it, if you don't like it. And I think it is okay to be unhappy with a portion of the game. I think that there was a lot of hostility. Now, I'll just say it, browsing through Twitter, browsing through Reddit, there was a lot of hostility one way or the other on the situation, where the people who didn't like it were just like, this isn't fun, I don't like this, and whatnot. And then there's the people on there who did like it. Well, if you don't like it, then you're just bad at the game. I don't think that was a healthy debate that was going on during all that time. And I think now that the dust has settled a bit, it's okay to voice some disdain for some of the changes that may have come through. You might not like things as much, but
Yeah.
that's kind of just the nature of the game. Is the game does continue to change, evolve, progress, and whatnot.
Yeah,
and there'll be changes not everybody likes.
That's very fair too. Like I will say that, like, me personally, I don't love the revert. However, I will recognize that it was a very, very healthy mix-up at the very least. Is that it's something new, it's something different, it's a new way to play the game. So I think it is very fair to still not like it, because I mean, that's my personal opinion. It doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make you, worse at the game because you just don't prefer this. It's a preference, and that's all that really is.
Bring in the neutral guy from Futurama. It's just, I have no strong
I have no
preference.
strong
Either
I was
way.
actually, that might be me, because I was going to say, I didn't really notice that much of a difference. But
I mean, that's also fair. That's
Yeah.
also really valid.
I think we were also at that point hitting the time where we would jump into a balance meeting and just go, so what do we what do we buff? What do we nerf? Because like everything was
so
hitting.
hard to know what to do after that, man.
Because like the game was hitting that state of, I'm not going to call it perfect balance, but that like really strong balance point where like the tippity top end of stuff, like we hit that, no matter, good. Next patch, cool, that stuff gets knocked down. The very bottom end, cool, you can kind of bump that up. But all of that in the middle, like that we'll call it like that 90% in the middle, was so much closer than it had probably ever been in Smite's lifetime, that it was getting hard to balance
Yeah.
the in-betweens,
I think
the
it's
extremes.
also fair to say that, like, without any specific like guidance, you know what I mean, from particular sources, it's like most Smite players don't form their own opinions. They just play the game, and they're like, God, that Donza was really good or something that game.
Nah, I'm
I
gonna
will
play
say,
Donza.
my opinion on what's busted and what's not depends on whether or not I won or lost the game and what was killing me.
yeah,
That happens
same.
a lot. It happens a lot, actually. We sometimes get
Like,
feedback.
I'm
Yeah.
20-3 on Apollo. Man, I'm just really good at the
Apollo's
game.
broken.
The other Apollo is 20-3, and he's killed me 15 times. That god's broken. And then it's like, in reality, he's probably not even doing too
The
well.
number of games I've had where I'll be playing and I'll get utterly destroyed by something, I'll go, you know what? It's my turn. And the next game I literally just play that, and then I don't do
I
nearly
feel
as well.
that.
I'm like, maybe I'm just bad, man.
That happened to me recently. I've been playing a lot of solo because I've been grinding out a lot of the tanks.
I'm
'cause I
sorry.
don't play very many tanks. I got utterly destroyed by a Cthulhu, and I was like, you know what? It's my turn. I'm playing Cthulhu. And then I got chain ganked, and I was like, no blues, no lane pressure.
Get the solo guardian treatment.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no.
More Smite Thana. Is this an old
This is
Smite
old.
1 Thana concept?
Old.
Wow.
I like
This
what
is-
this Scythe turned into. I think that I get how this started here, but I feel like it's just a little plain, you know?
I do love the shoulder guards.
What I like
Those are
is
really cool.
how much, like, outside of the weapon, how much
That's what he has.
Retained.
it's just stayed. But I do like that we looked at that and went, that scythe isn't good enough.
Yeah.
we need to
Better
zip it up.
Scythe. Cooler Scythe.
Next
We
is some
need
more
more.
artwork. Koven
Oh.
Chunga as a Pokemon trainer.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
That's a shiny Mega Lopunny.
That's so good.
I'm so glad you know Pokemon.
I was gonna say I know the base, the first evolution of it, because
Baneri.
I like that one because it's cute.
Good old Baneri. Yeah, this is the evolved in Mega form, I guess, in preparation for the upcoming in 2025 Pokemon Legends ZA.
I only have
which will
one note.
Reintroduce Mega. What's that?
She should have the same belt that Ash Ketchum wears with Pokeballs on the side.
That's her one Pokemon. She's the person who does like the challenge. Like, I'm gonna beat the game with only one. This is her one Pokemon.
That'd be crazy
Nice artwork.
for multiple reasons. Like that, choosing that as your one.
After seeing all the complaints about art in Smite 2. And goodbye.
That's me. We'll be patient, guys. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Everything's still work in progress. Not everything is final. Even the stuff that was shown during the
I've come to
the
Guys, did
insight.
you know that we're in alpha?
We are an
I
alpha.
think there's something like overall, like just because like that's been like a lot more games will like release, or they'll have like their early access and stuff, and
Yeah.
people like will play that and be like, oh, I can't, this is terrible, and it's like it's not the state, it's not the game yet.
It's not done.
That's the hey we like. And you go back like I don't know however many years, there was a period of time where like a lot of people would just like, hey, we've got this concept, and they'd go on Kickstarter and be like, please help us make this. That's essentially what a lot of like early access is, where it's just
Yeah.
kinda like
I mean, that's the whole point.
the goal
right?
of what we want to get to is going to cost a little bit. To function as like a company or an entity, you need money to survive.
And there's also the different stages of games that hit that early access. Like you'll see games that maybe stay in early access like for a long time. Like Ark is one game that stayed in early access for such a long time.
Forever.
But there's different like stages of that development cycle as well. Like you might see a game that says, "Hey, it's our very first alpha test out there," and they've already like built the full foundation, built the full thing. They're mostly doing this as a bug test style of alpha. So like you're seeing essentially what the game will probably already be. And they're just looking for like more people to come like get eyes on it real quick to make sure they can find a bug, make sure people aren't like falling out of a map or something like that.
Yeah.
This
It's all about the feedback at this point.
like the level of development where Smite 2 is at right now and what is about to go out for the closed alpha is like what people got as a very first look for Smite 1's closed alpha a long time ago. Like you guys got to see the development over the last like
y'all
6 or
remember the
so
art from
months.
that one?
Like
It's just in progress.
Actually, the state of Smite 2 when I played and opened it yesterday versus
It's impressive.
when I like opened it, but like the snapshot that we were doing at Worlds, it's so crazy how much
Yeah.
has changed.
In what, 8 months?
Yeah.
7 months? Crazy.
I would
And even
it would
just what the
argue
team did in, like,
more
3
has
weeks.
changed and flipped from that moment than maybe in some individual like full years of Smite and stuff like that. Because like after a while, like Smite like it found its stride. It was just add new
Yeah.
things, do season changes,
the game,
balance changes,
I think
things like that.
for a long time too, we were also spending a lot of time like working towards getting the feel right, and the feel of the game is very, very, very close to Smite 1 now, and I think that was one of the most important changes that we made is really nailing that, just like movement and
Smite.
basic attacks and all of those things feeling very close. So I think that is really worth the amount of feedback that we got, that things just weren't right. So yeah,
it's
we'll keep
Big, true, and
improving.
real.
getting closer.
That
and
was I
continually
remember the
feedback.
first. I can't remember how many. There were like the first few internal tests we did. Every time I played, my feedback was, "Hey, this was pretty nice. Please make the basics feel smoother." Like it was
Yeah.
almost always it was just basics, and then they hit it, and I didn't notice because it just felt right.
Yeah, that was like
Sucks.
my one issue with it for like a little bit was, especially because I'm an ADC main, so I'm like, please make the autos feel like not as slightly delayed because my brain
It's
can't handle it.
so good now.
It did feel nice, like going into
So good.
some of the playtests for the gods that are currently out right now. Like I remember I jumped in on some of the earlier Ares tests whenever he was coming through, and I played him solo just because solo Ares isn't completely out of the equation, especially
Especially
Smite
not that
2.
Ares. But that Ares could go anywhere.
Okay.
But he was a carry.
But
go
this
for
was
it.
this was the pre like actual like out to the public Ares. This was earlier testing,
Yeah, he was
and I remember
broken.
and I played him and I was sitting there. I was like, something just doesn't feel right. Like I was like using the fire and the fire just didn't feel right. The chains felt a little odd. And I gave all this feedback at the end. And it's like, oh yeah, no, none of that's supposed to be like that. Like
Yep.
yeah, like if it essentially kind of the idea was like if it doesn't feel like it's doing what it should, it might not be doing what it should be, and to tell them
bug
and give
finding.
that kind of feedback. It might be either a bug or it might be it's not in a final state yet kind of situation. And for one of them it was like, oh he's like
That's
not
why
in,
feedback is so important.
Those are always some of my favorite playtests in Smite 1 in general, or like the ones where it's just like, by the way, like you'd get this rundown of the god, and then you would also get the, by the way, the effects for this ability, and this ability just aren't in yet. So when you don't see anything, that's okay.
That's what you're supposed to see.
That's
right
like that is fine. That is how it's supposed to be
or,
right now.
or you have a bug and it's like a really easy bug to like do by accident. So you're like, oops, I accidentally hit you 8 times in one ability. Didn't mean to do that.
My bad. Sorry. You can hit me back.
And I feel we can go ahead and end the show
I wanna see.
on one final clip that says, Buddy thought he was getting a free ride.
So who are we? We're Geb?
Geb.
We're Geb.
Take it all one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so good.
Oh.
Cern's like, oh, I get to leave this fight? Geb
That's why
said,
you gotta walk into the
Nope.
Geb. You gotta walk into the Geb or they're gonna do that to you.
I got to see it again. He just went, nope.
That's so clean.
Oh,
And like you're like that close. Like if you accidentally roll out even a little bit longer, that dude's probably getting smackered.
yeah, no, that's
You
good.
Orlickers.
There are no free rides in the game of Smite, but that's all the time that we have for this week in our Smite. If you want to get featured in an episode of This Week in Our Smite, go over to Smite or reddit.com/r/Smite.
Smite.com/r/Reddit.
But go over to the website, put out one of your posts, and get a lot of upvotes on it, and who knows, maybe you'll appear next time here on This Week in Our Smite. But that's not all that we have here for Casual Friday. Make sure to stick around because we got some backseat gaming coming up next.